the Road Traffic Act 2018, fitness, registration and licensing of motor vehicles. Section 7, restriction on driving motor vehicles, etc. Subsection 1, except in accordance with this Act and the regulations, a person shall not drive a motor vehicle or cause a motor vehicle to be driven on a road unless A, there is in force in respect of the motor vehicle a valid certificate of fitness, B, the motor vehicle is registered in the prescribed manner, C, the motor vehicle is licensed in the prescribed manner, and D, there is in place in respect of the motor vehicle insurance coverage in accordance with motor vehicle insurance. Alright, so you must have a certificate of fitness. Those are things that the police check for when they stop you. This certificate of fitness, registration, license or registration, and insurance. Subsection 2, a driver of a motor vehicle shall carry evidence of a type prescribed that A, the motor vehicle is insured in accordance with the Motor Vehicle Insurance Third Party Risk Act, B, there is in place a valid certificate of fitness in respect of the motor vehicle, and C, the motor vehicle is licensed in accordance with this Act and shall provide the evidence for inspection upon demand by a constable. So they tell you to hand over your documents. Subsection 3, a person who contravenes subsection 1 or 2 commits an offense. So you get a ticket. Alright, section 8, application and issue of certificate of fitness. Subsection 1, a person seeking to obtain a certificate of fitness in respect of a motor vehicle shall apply to the authority in the prescribed form and manner. 2, the authority may, on the payment of the prescribed fee, issue to the applicant a certificate of fitness in respect of the motor vehicle for which the application has been made under subsection 1 if the prescribed requirements as to the fitness of motor vehicle are met. 3, the authority shall refuse to issue a certificate of fitness to the applicant if the prescribed requirements as to the fitness of the motor vehicle are not met. Alright. Section 9, revocation of certificate of fitness. Subsection 1, the authority may at any time after a certificate of fitness has been issued for a motor vehicle revoke that certificate of fitness if on the inspection of the motor vehicle it does not comply with the prescribed requirements as to the fitness of the motor vehicle. 2, where a certificate of fitness is revoked pursuant to subsection 1, the motor vehicle license shall cease to have effect until a new certificate of fitness has been obtained in respect of that motor vehicle. Section 10, application for motor vehicle registration. Subsection 1, a person seeking to register a motor vehicle under this Act shall apply to the authority in the prescribed form and manner and pay the prescribed fees. Subsection 2, the authority on the receipt of an application under subsection 1 may A. register the motor vehicle in the prescribed manner, or B. refuse to register the motor vehicle, stating to the applicant in writing the reason for refusal. Section 11, National Vehicle Register. Subsection 1. Subject to Subsection 3, the authority shall A. keep a register of prescribed vehicles to be called the National Vehicle Register, and B. in accordance with Section 10, cause an entry to be made in the National Vehicle Register to include the prescribed information for every 1. prescribed vehicle imported into Jamaica, or 2. prescribed vehicle registered under Section 10. Subsection 2, Subsection 2 or Section 11. The authority shall use its best effort to enter into the National Vehicle Register prescribed information for prescribed information for prescribed vehicles, whether imported into or manufactured in Jamaica. Manufactured in Jamaica. We don't manufacture vehicles. Or maybe they mean we import crashed vehicles or the parts of vehicles and assemble them. Alright. Subsection 3. Where A prescribed vehicle was imported into Jamaica on or before the date of commencement of this Act. B. The authority is satisfied that the prescribed vehicle was lawfully imported into Jamaica, and C. The owner of the prescribed vehicle is unable to provide the information prescribed pursuant to Subsection 1. The authority may, on an application under Section 12, cause an entry containing such of the prescribed information as is available to the authority to be entered into the National Vehicle Register. Section 12. Application for motor vehicle license. Subsection 1. A person seeking to obtain a motor vehicle license in respect of any motor vehicle shall apply to the authority in the prescribed form and manner. Subsection 2. An application for a motor vehicle license under Subsection 1 shall be accompanied by A. a valid certificate of fitness in respect of the motor vehicle to be licensed. B. Proof of current motor vehicle insurance in respect of that motor vehicle in accordance with the Motor Vehicle Insurance Third Party Risk Act. And C. Proof of payment of the prescribed annual license duty referred to in Section 17. So when you go to the tax office to renew the license, you have to present the certificate of fitness, certificate of insurance, and pay them the money. Section 13. Grant or refusal of motor vehicle license. Subsection 1. The authority, on receipt of an application for a motor vehicle license under Section 12, may A. in the prescribed form and manner grant the license in respect of the motor vehicle for which the application was made, or B. refuse to grant the license, stating the reason for the refusal. Subsection 2. Subject to this Act and the regulations, registration plates shall be effective for the period during which the motor vehicle is kept for use on a road. Subsection 3. A person commits an offense if the person uses registration plates or a license decal issued under subsection 1A for a motor vehicle other than the motor vehicle for which the application has been made. Subsection 4 of section 13, where a motor vehicle A is brought into Jamaica by a person intending to stay in Jamaica temporarily, or B forms part of the inventory of a motor vehicle dealer. A person commits an offense if the person fails to operate that motor vehicle in compliance with the prescribed requirements and the conditions under which a license is granted in respect of the motor vehicle. Subsection 5. Subject to subsection 6, a person commits an offense A if on a road the person used the motor vehicle 1 in contravention of the terms of the license. Alright, I guess running robot, carrying passengers for fee. 2, with registration plate or license decal A not affixed or not kept affixed to the motor vehicle as required by this act. So you must have your registration plate and your sticker on the windscreen, and by this act and the regulations. B, affixed in such a manner so as to render them in any way obscured or not easily distinguishable. So in that case, if you put anything over the sticker, or put tinted plastic over them license plate. I mean, that based on this act, putting your license plate in a tinted plastic, or if the license plate rub out, right, the numbers rub off, can get a ticket for it. It says the registration plate or license decal are fixed in such a manner so as to render them in any way obscured or not easily distinguishable. C, obscured in such a manner that the characters thereon cannot be read. Right, so you can get a ticket if your license plate now easily distinguishable. 3, which is not licensed in accordance with this act. Alright. B, if a person forges or fraudulently with fraudulent intent alters, uses, or allows to be used by any other person any license or any licensing or registration marks or plates issued under this act. C, if with intent to enable another person to use a motor vehicle license or registration plates not issued in respect of that vehicle under this act, he gives, lends, or otherwise makes available the same to that other person. So if with intent to enable another person to use a motor vehicle license or registration plate not issued with respect to that vehicle. So make sure you don't lend your motor vehicle license plate nor the sticker to anybody. You can get into problems, right? You commit an offense. Subsection 6, where a motor, that's subsection 6 of section 13, where a motor vehicle is used in contravention of the subsection 3, 4, or 5, the motor vehicle shall be liable to be seized by a constable and kept in custody of the constabulary force until the requirements of this section has been complied with. I mean, they can put it on the record. If they find that you have the wrong license plate or sticker, or if your license plate rub off. Right? A person, subsection 7, a person shall not be convicted of an offense, nor shall a motor vehicle used by a person be liable to be seized under this section if the person proves that he has no reasonable opportunity of licensing the motor vehicle, and that the motor vehicle is being driven on the road for the purpose of having its fitness tested in connection with it being licensed. Alright, so if it expire, your fitness or registration expire, and you're on your way to the tax office or to the exam depot, they won't prosecute you in that case. The law allows for that. Alright. Where a motor vehicle is seized by a constable pursuant to subsection 6, the constabulary force shall have a duty of care and protection of the vehicle while it is in the custody of the constabulary force. 9. And by the way, in that case, we hear some news items in the past where even police officers conspire with some other person to go scrap the vehicle in the station yard. Right? Oh, I tell you. But anyway, we'll continue. Subsection 9. The provisions of sections 95 and 96 shall apply in respect of a motor vehicle seized under this section. Alright, we're going to continue with section 14 next time.